Hello, hello everyone. This is Imran, your friendly Instagram friend. Today I'm here to interview Fabiana Cousins, and she's a Quantec and Shamanic practitioner. So she'll be here in a moment. Sorry for the last time, there was some issue and she couldn't join the live, but I hope this. Hi Jack, hi Rockstar. Hello.
Can you
Hello.
hear me now?
Yes, now I can hear you. How are you?
Oh, finally! We tried this before and
Yeah,
you
finally.
left.
No, I didn't give up, and this time we made it. So
Oh, that's
congratulations, both of us.
okay. It's
And
an
it will be good.
experience.
Hi, Rob. Yeah, thanks for joining, and thanks for your patience to be here. So this is, I'll share something about this show. This show is about inspirational people, entrepreneur, healer, light workers who are into helping people bring something positive to the society and inspire lots of people during their journey. So this is a platform for those. This is 40 minutes of soul journey. The live will be something around 40 minutes, and I'll ask something and we'll know more about Fabienne, what she does, what she used to do and what she's planning to do, and how she got motivated to become a shamanic practitioner, and how she came across to the quantum physics thing and quantum technique thing, and how she is serving more people and will be serving more and more people and inspiring the way, and how she is building some tribe, and about all the rituals she is doing, and many more. So welcome, and let's welcome Miss Fabienne here. So hi Fabienne, welcome to this show. And if you if you can share something with us about you or yourself, your life journey, please go
Okay.
ahead.
Okay, we have a whole day? No. Okay, so let's say, well, since I was a young girl, since childhood, I used to treat animals and plants and basically everything as beings. So I had this connection with shamanism since really early age. I remember going to the beach and collecting little shells and talking to the shells, as if they were little
Oh,
friends. But then I grew up and that didn't leave me. This is a thing that's from childhood, but it stayed with me my whole life. And I found a deep connection in shamanism because it explains, the way I am. And quantum physics is another thing as well. Like Quantec also explained quite a lot. It helped my rational mind, to get more in tune with spirituality. What would I really do is connecting spirituality with science, and that is quite pretty. I think I like it. I like it a lot.
mm-hmm. Okay, that's awesome. So you said like you also had this a connection with shamanism from your early age. So if you can share something more, like some event that inspired you, or like what was that thing that that you feel attracted to this thing, shamanism? Do you have anyone like in your community, maybe in your around among your relatives, or someone was practicing? So if you can tell us something.
Well, I'm a Brazilian and I grew up in Brazil, right?
Okay.
I came to England only like nearly 20 years ago. So in Brazil, shamanism is something that is really part of the society, because we have the indigenous shamanism and we also have the African shamanism that's very present, in everyone's lives. So even though Christianism is the biggest, let's say, religion in Brazil, we have always had,
Mm-hmm.
the African roots and the native indigenous roots. So
Mm-hmm.
yes, I know words and things that is part of my vocabulary that comes from shamanism, from this both sides, indigenous and from African. Um, Again, from childhood, I had a few experiences with beings, and I cannot say that didn't have a great impact in my life. So this is
Mm-hmm.
why I am in the shamanic path, because it's my
Mm-hmm.
path. It's something I've done before, and I'm just remembering how to do it.
Cool. So now I understand, like, yes, in here, as you're from Brazil, So good to know that you're also from Brazil. There are plenty of good friends from Brazil. And my friend list also from some direct friend. It's a beautiful country. Someday I'll visit there. And yeah, so good to know. Like, yes, so how I think, like you said, like there is also presence of Christianity in a bigger scale in Brazil, and also this shamanism also present. So is it different from Peruvian shamanism and this Brazilian shamanism is same, or they're different from each other?
Oh, it's different. It's very different. The Brazilian shamanism, the indigenous one, is more like plant-based, plant medicine, right? As far as I know. The African shamanism has got more similarities to the Peruvian one, you know, because yes, we treat everything as living beings, like the mountains. We draw energies from the mountains. We work basically with 4 archetypes. You know, in the south we work with the archetype of the serpent, in the west with the archetype of the jaguar, in the north with the archetype of the hummingbird, and then in the east the archetype with the condor or the eagle. So it's quite similar. But also the Quechua people, they're so welcoming, you know, to all of the traditions. They treat everybody as brothers and sisters. And when the Spanish people came to Peru, they welcomed them. They treated them as brothers and sisters. So there was no clash between the religions there. It's a very open and welcome, and it's being spread throughout, you know, the world now. My teacher Joe, which I hope he's here, maybe.
Joe said he'll try to join, but not sure that he can make it. But
bless him. But
I hope he'll watch the replay.
So he's intending to take the medicine wheel to Brazil, and I'm gonna be helping him with the translation and things out there. So he also works in Greece, takes it to Ireland. I think he's starting in Romania right now, and there are many other teachers throughout, you know, the world teaching the Peruvian shamanism, because it welcomes everybody.
Okay, cool. So now, as you're sharing this thing about religion thing, so one of my friend messaged me something like whether it had some clash with the mainstream religion and this shamanism thing. Is there any conflict? You said like there was no fight or no clash, but ideologically, is there anything that conflict? Like, okay, we believe in God, there is one God or something like this. Is there any other ideological conflict with shamanism and this Christianity or other language, other religion?
No, the Peruvian shamanism, the Quechua people, they believe that there would be this person, you know, this being that would come to us and unite the whole planet. So when the Spanish got there, they thought that's it. They're talking about the one, which was Jesus. So they embraced Christianism. So there is quite a lot of things, you know, together. I stayed for a week in a family of shamans in Peru, and they had pictures of Jesus on the wall. They had pictures of Jesus in the place where in the orchard and stuff like that. Even though they were, you know, drawing the energy and working with the energies of nature, you know, they acknowledged, you know, Christianism as well. So you know, if anyone knows anything else about it, you know, please join us now or leave a comment out there. But as far as I know, because I've been there, this is what I have experienced. So no clash.
Okay, cool. So yeah, guys, we're watching and we're watching this replay. If you want to know more about this thing, you can always message Fabiana and she'll be happy to enlighten you with so many other things. So now next person. This is personally me. Okay, be ready, okay? So I'm going to ask you something very hard. So not very hard, that's a normal thing. I just want to ask you like, okay, if you are doing this shamanism thing, how you are making things between shamanism and this quantum physics?
Okay.
For me, it's like I can't get it. Yeah.
Well, it's very similar. It is similar. You know, when I started working with both, I said, oh my God, this is, even in the process, because when we when I do a scan on a person using Quantec, this is Quantec, by the way, is this machine here, okay? So, which is linked to a computer, you know, and then we have the program there. So it's very similar, because spirit has is made of particles, and the particles can communicate, you know, in long distances. This is the same thing that happens in prayer. This is the same thing that happens in telepathy. So Quantec is not even linked to the internet. It doesn't need to. And for me, it was something that was very easy to understand, because as a child, I used to go to church. I grew up as a Christian, and people would take pictures of people that were ill and put in the altar with their name behind, you know, and what was the healing that the person needed. Quantec does that. So I scan the picture of the person, and we will diagnose, you know, what are the imbalances in the 4 layers, you know, the spiritual, the mind, the body, and the soul. And we'll not only identify what is not in balance, but we'll also send the healing energies. Oh, I missed you. Where are you? Are you there?
Sorry, just okay. Sometimes I just click something. Yeah.
That's okay. Yeah. So it will send the energies to balance. So the person will receive the energies through the three months, right? And that will make a huge impact, because it's working on a spiritual level. And then if we're going to connect with shamanism, it's basically, you know, the shamanic healing that I do, you know, in a session. Obviously we do many other things, but in a session is I sit down, we assess the problem. I sit down with the person, we're going to have an interview, and we're going to talk about the problem. It's the same thing that Quantec does. We'll search where is the problem. Once we have found what it is, you know, the person lays down, I will work on the chakras of the person, and then from there I will do whatever the person needs, which could be, we always do an illumination, you know, which is bring the luminous golden light, you know, from our 8th chakra, which is connected to the sun, beyond the sun, into the person's chakra. But this is the basic, because the least we can do is illumination. And Quantec does that as well, you know, it balances people's chakras depending on what the person needs. And then we can do a soul retrieval. Quantec also brings, you know, new gifts to the person in a way, by saying, you know, what you need. It's always in the healing sheets, we always show what you need. We can do in shamanism, we can do a soul retrieval to build up a new way of living, okay, a mythical map, let's say. Also, we do extractions of unwelcomed energies and entities. We do, well, we do dispatches, we do many things, but the process is so similar, because we identify the problem in both ways, and we work on an energy level. And on an energy level, it will go down into the material level, you know, in time. So it is, Quantec works with homeopathic dosages. So it is.
You mean the homeopathic medicine? Homeopathic medicine.
Dosages. So the medicine, the energy is taken to the person in homeopathic dosages, to either the body, the mind, the soul, or the spirit of the person. And I see similarities. What I like to do is a combo. Okay, a person comes, I'll do the scan. The person tells me what he or she needs, or they, and I will do a scan, and we'll find, you know, what is the root cause of that issue. And then I'll have a session with I'll have a Zoom call with the person and explain to the person what are the issues. There we can do tapping, you know, when we find out exactly what it is, we can do tapping on the person together, or we can use the body as a compass, you know, to find more answers about it if the person resonates with one particular medicine than the other. And we can, from there, we can do so many things. And I lost my thread of thought now, as you can see, because I'm just thinking, looking at the light.
You're sharing a lot of things. You're sharing a lot of things, which is cool, no problem, because you have many things to share. So let me help you in this situation. I can see like you're going a bit bigger, and which is not bad. It's also good to know like you have so many aspects and so many scope of doing and expanding from the shamanism and also the. So I'm happy and I'm also surprised in a way, like this shamanism and this other healing thing we know about. Also, this quantum healing is more or less same. You guys are all working to this soul level, energy level. So this cool. So my question is like.
I remembered. Can I carry on? No, it won't be long. It won't be long. It's just to see that, just to show how the combo works. And then after we do that, I say to the person, now you know, because the person, the energies while we're talking, they come up to the surface already. So now you lay down, and I'm gonna clear your chakras, you know, and we're gonna do a soul retrieval, and we're gonna extract whatever needs to be extracted. So both work really well together. And then the person will work with a new mythical map, with a new way of living for 28 days, and Quantec will be giving the support during 3 months. So yes, so this is the combo, and I like that.
Okay, so now question, which is more powerful, quantum healing or shamanism healing?
Both work with energy. So there is
No, I feel like,
powerful.
to pick like which one is the best, this or that, which one? If I ask you to pick randomly.
I would say both. I cannot choose one or the other because both support each other. You know, I can't say, you know, I'll tell you, Quantec has saved my life, and shamanism has guided in my path, has guided me in my path. And if
I love it. I love the answer.
What you asking me to choose one of them? I can't.
I'm trying to be a bit bitchy, but okay, I'll be nice.
Oh, you did tell me there was going to be some tricky questions.
Yeah, but no, that tricky question is already revealed. So who knows? Maybe more questions are coming. So brace yourself, okay?
I will. Okay. Let me have a cup of tea.
The next question. Yeah, you know, like I have interviewed few other healer, light workers, like people who are changing people's life, who are doing some shadow work and other things. So, you know, like maybe not people like to share, but personally, when I connected with them, they shared they have some issue, like how other people treated, some bad, good, you know, like we can't expect like everybody will be nice with us. So do you have any sort of like unpleasant situation when you are trying to do something or trying to press something? Is there any odd situation you felt, or like somebody treat you a bit bad way? Is there anything happen?
No, I've always been very lucky. People have always been really good to me. Okay. There's always issues during the sessions sometimes, the way people react in their bodies, and then if we're not with it, we can be a little bit like, oh, okay, calm down, you're okay, we're fine, everybody, hey, we need you here, right? But and then we get on with it. You say there has been situations like that after session I had to talk to the neighbors, you know, it's fine, everything is fine. You know, it was just a shamanic healing session. So, but nobody has ever, yeah, you know, I don't know, it's just a good thing, actually. You know, I've never had problems with anyone, never.
Right. Okay, awesome. So I'm happy that my friend Fabiana had no issue, so you're lucky. So now when you're like shouting those words, like just a while back, and that reminded me something from a movie, like Into the Wild something. Like there was Brad Pitt and so there was someone like who also shouting with some specific word, like some, I don't know, I forgot the thing. Maybe I'll text you later.
Okay, I'd like to know that.
Yeah. Yeah. So now, what is your best experience, like memorable situation, like when you healed someone or cleared someone energy, and please share some of your experience, good experience.
Well, it's very good always to see people doing well after they have had the treatment. You see, people who, well, I treat a little dog, You know, she
Oh,
is, yes. Well,
interesting.
Quantec is really good with animals and plants as well, because they have no resistance as we do. Okay, they have no resistance against
Yeah,
receiving healing.
they don't have ego.
Yeah, that's right. And this little dog, she's so receptive, you know. She's all of her wards just fell off. She has been living with cancer for a long time now, and she's an old dog, and her life, you know, has been so good as normal, as if she hasn't had anything. I also had a cancer patient, you know, that she was my first one, and I was like, universe, why are you doing this to me? You know, my first patient was someone with a breast cancer, and she was having morphine at the time. So after the treatment, she, after many sessions talking to her, it was not only the Quantec, you know, I gave her support as well, you know, with tapping and with body compasses and other things to go deeper in it. With this one, I did not do any healing session at the time. She was able to get off the morphine. She was going to take the other boob out, and she didn't need to. And she lives her life, you know, normally. She doesn't even take any medicine anymore. Obviously, she is still living with a cancer, and she knows the root causes of it, and she's been working on it. But there are so many deeper issues that every time that she gets to something, she goes deeper and deeper and deeper. But she has a life as if she hasn't had any cancer. So I've got two patients, like a dog and she's around her 60s, mid-60s, you know, lady. And they're living really well. You know, they're thriving.
Awesome.
So that is really, oh, it's amazing. Every time that we do a scan and we see where they were and where they are now, you know, the person, not the dog. And also the shamanism, it's very beautiful, you know, to see how people can react instantly, how they can feel better instantly, because it's an energy work, and people can get really, like, they can feel it in their bodies while we're working with them. So people who had never experienced energy before, never really felt energy before, and it's beautiful for them to know, you know, and to believe in a way that this is
Awesome.
that we are energy, pure energy, you know, in dense form. So it's beautiful. I've got people who were not able to travel on their own, and now they're doing amazing journeys everywhere. I've got people who, this lady, you know, who's been living with cancer. I've got people who could not express themselves very well. Now they're doing lives on Instagram. So
Awesome.
yeah, so it's very rewarding. It's very rewarding.
I'm happy you have so many amazing story, and you help and change people's life in your journey through your work. So yeah, thanks for being present on this show also, so we know, like, okay, you have so many gifts. Yes, we are friends on Instagram and Facebook. We had some chit chat, but now I know, like, okay, there are far more of scope, and I know, like, in my friend list is packed with dog lover, cat lover. I feel like they'll come and start poking you, like, hey, I have this issue, and also I have many of my friends who are having some chronic diseases and like cancer and some other typical, and also like some unorthodox type of disease, some low self-esteem and other thing, as you shared, like they want to travel, but there's some block that is blocking them from be present and just start traveling, something like this. I think that will make them feel great, and they can catch up with you and clear all the those blocks. And I don't know, you can say many things. So yeah, cool. So now, next question. As you're sharing, like, you are doing so many things and you are helping people. Personally, I know one cancer patient is a very good friend of mine, and I hope definitely going to share about you, and hopefully she will reach out to you. This is my personal recommendation will be to you. So, and any of your friend who was watching this as live, also my followers, also I'm going to share this video also on my Facebook, also maybe cut into pieces, do it on TikTok, So anybody who is watching this part or the previous part or the upcoming part of this live, you will know like there are many more things to do, and this shamanism thing, also this quantum technique can solve many issues, many mysteries. And you know, like whom need to catch up. This Fabiana is here, and she'll help you and guide you to clear and just start your new journey with your new life.
Bless
So
you.
this is cool. Thank you. So we have many people who are watching live. So
Okay, that's
like
great.
Juvo, yeah, and then Elisa, Doc, Happy, Poho Hippie, Kiposho, so much, Larry, Kirk, Omo Valley, Fernandez,
Woo!
and yeah, so many people. So yeah, guys, if you guys have any question, feel free to ask, and I think Fabiana will be happy to answer those questions. Go ahead, start typing.
I know most of them,
So
and some of
yeah.
them are my clients actually. Well, hey.
Wow, great. Hi, Chris. Thanks for hopping in.
Oh, Chris has just started. That's lovely. Ah, I'm so happy to see you
Yeah.
all here. Hey, let's have a chat later.
So we to say a big thank you all, and like 9 people are watching this live. This is super cool. People are busy, they have so many things, and this is kind of odd time in the evening time in UK. So thank you everyone for joining.
Well, it's
So
dinner
now
time
next question.
here.
Yeah, I'm very bad in
Dinner
doing
time.
this kind of odd time.
Dinner
Yeah,
time.
so it's okay. People will watch this on live as well, replay. So now next question, like you shared, like yes, you can help them and you can guide them people. So what is the best way so people can reach out to you?
The best way, well, is either on Messenger on Facebook or here on Instagram.
Okay.
You know, there is also
Okay.
WhatsApp, but
Cool.
I've got, I mean, so many groups on
Yeah.
WhatsApp that it's just not.
Yeah, I think WhatsApp can come later. Once you'll have the
No.
initial conversation through this Instagram and
Yeah.
Messenger, then you can do it. And now, I just missed the sequence because I'm very excited with this quantum healing and other thing. So I'm supposed to ask you, like, okay, what are the course? Whether you do one-to-one or you do group coaching?
Oh
What
no,
is
it's
the
well.
style of your coaching? Yeah.
Well, I did a few shamanic days, you know, in my house, you know, a few workshops. But I have been helping my teachers. This is going to be the 2nd year that I'm going to be helping him on the medicine wheel, and which is cool because I'm not only going to be helping him here in the UK, but also in Brazil. So if you're watching here, you know, if you watch later, and if you want to do the medicine wheel, you know, you have the chance or option to do it in Brazil as well. So it will be next year in March in Brazil, and this year here in the UK starts in November, in 17th of November, in the beautiful forest of Dean, in an organic farm called 𝗬𝗲𝗄𝗏𝗏𝗏 farm, and it's for 5 days. And we do the south, we do the west, we do the north, and we do the east, the 4 directions in a year. So every 3 months we get together for a week and we work on this, and it's beautiful. It's like, it's a personal healing journey, okay? Because as we help ourselves, you know, we help other people as well. And it's really deep.
Yeah, sure.
It's really deep work, you know, and it's hard work because we work from 8 to 8, you know, usually. And sometimes we go to bed at 10 o'clock in the evening and doing energy work all day long, you know, for 5 days. So it's quite intense, but we learn a lot and it's beautiful. I'm doing this for the 3rd time. So with Joe, I'm doing it for the 2nd time. So it's beautiful. The south, for example, we release, I wrote something here because I don't want to get lost. So we release everything that we identify with that keeps us very small in our lives. So this is the south. So imagine 5 days working in releasing all of these things, and then we learn how to do the illumination, which is the basic, which is the base of the healing session. And then in the West, we work with shadows and projections. 5 days working with shadows and projections. It's beautiful work. It's beautiful. And then there we deal with intrusive energies, see, because we're working with shadow work. In the north, we step away from the past and we drop off the baggage, you know, so that we can live a new life. We can see what is possible, not only what is probable. We forget about probable because that is linked to the past. It's linked to past experiences. And then we learn soul retrieval, dispatchos, and many other things. I'm just making a very, very concise summary here. In the East, we connect to the Great Spirit. Okay, we do work with the Great Spirit. We learn how to do wakas, which are vortexes of energy. We do death work. You know, we work people who are dying. We bring people who have passed away back so that we can have a little quick chat with them, or we can send them to the light. So so we do this in a year. In the end of the year, people change every day, obviously, but doing this work, doing this a whole year, you change a person's life like 360 degrees. You know, that's why I'm so in love with it. You know, because I have changed so much, you know, and people around me have felt the effect of it. So the best way to change the world really is to change yourself first. So it's a personal journey, and it just spreads everywhere we go. People kind of feel, you know, and it gets excited.
So that's cool. Yeah, everything starts with ourselves. The very first step is like within us, change our belief, change our mindset, and heal ourselves. Then everything will be around us, will be blooming as a nice flower. Now, as you shared so many things, I have a few questions popped up in my head. Next question, like, is it obvious to be present, like physically, for this whole process?
Oh, it's
is
long
it possible
distance.
to do online?
Quantec.
Oh, it's long distance.
Yeah, the shamanic work, we can do a presential one. The person can come to our house, or we can go to the person's house, but it can be long distance as well, like remote, like Quantec as well. You know, Quantec, basically, I don't actually see people face to face. You know, it's usually online. You know, and that's why I have clients throughout the world. I have clients from Australia, from Brazil, from Portugal, from Spain, Italy, you know, America.
Yeah.
So it's cool. I love it.
Yeah. Cool. So yeah, so this is, you don't have to worry about if you are from UK or USA or Australia, New Zealand, China, Malaysia. You can always join and say hi.
Malaysia. Well, Imran,
so
we could get together later on, and I can really actually show you. We can do the combo. How about that? Let's do an energy exchange. I'll give you a combo, darling. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, I'm so fortunate. I hope my audience will be watching this and live, also watching this replay. They'll be a bit jealous, like, oh, Imran having it all. So no worries, you can have Fabiana here. You can always message Fabiana, and you can always have the combo thing. Fabiana is not doing any kind of this separation or something. She's open and she's willing to help everyone out here. So feel free to message. And next thing I'm going to ask, so let's say somebody been through different other healing modalities or something like this, but what is your recommendation to them? Like, still they're couldn't able to find themselves fully. So do you have any advice to them?
Okay. Well, what has worked for me, you know, is because I wanted to help the world, right? Light workers like ourselves, we think, oh, this is my mission to help the world. Blah, blah. But to help the world, we need to help ourselves first. Okay. Otherwise, we're not in a position to help the world. And we think we need to do big things. No, you know, just being a light, you know, just working in yourself, wherever you go, you know, people will feel the energy, and only your energy is a healing energy, you know. And then when we start acting, behaving, you know, in a way that is healing as well, you know, we will stop. Obviously, I'm going to be working on this until, you know, the last minute, because I know that the more I work on it, the more the deeper stuff comes up, and you know. So I would say, yes, work on yourself first, you know, do your healing work, and then you'll be able to help others, you know. And the only way to change the world is by changing ourselves first.
Okay, awesome. I believe it fully. So thank you for sharing your lives around these things. And now next question, you know, like we all living in a society. Some people are jealous. Some people like don't like to see someone shining or doing something good. You know, that there is always the light comes with shadow. So something like this. So how we can protect ourselves? What is the best possible way to okay, I'll not say in that way, like what is the best way, to protect ourselves from those sort of jealousy, you know, like some people do some dark magic and other kind of stuff. How to protect ourselves from that kind of thing?
Okay, it's keeping your healing work updated, really, and knowing yourself. But in the shamanic practice, we have something that's called bands of power. Okay, that we learn in the course how to do it, and I can give it to people as well. It's basically connecting to the energies of the earth to be grounded, the energies of the sea or waters, you know, of this planet, so that we can nourish ourselves. Connecting to the energies of the sun, so that we have this amazing force of the healed masculine, you know, that comes from the sun. This energy of the sun is pure, healed, masculine energy, the healed one. And then we connect with the energy of the moon, and then we connect to the energy of the creator. So by doing this, you know, we generate a protection layer around us, because we are so connected and in tune with who we are supposed to be, you know, that anything that comes to us, it just bounces back. So the bands of power, I would say, in the shamanic practice is actually the Incas. They believed that if you did that every day, you know, and many times a day, you could get to the state of illumination just by doing the bands of power. So just for you to see how powerful this is. So yeah, you know, I think
so. Be in nature, be in the sun, be in the ocean, and believe in God and pray, and that will protect
connect
us.
to the energies of earth and connect to the energies that are in ourselves. So because everything is just a reflection, you know, we are everything, you know. I am you, you are me, I am this, you know, this cup, we are everything. So if we connect with all of these energies, we get empowered and protected. And the bands of power, they are magnificent.
Okay, awesome. Great. So now another just little question. Time is running, so I'm going to ask last question. Like, okay, you know, there's something like astral travel or something like this. They say like people are coming in their dream and trying to say something, trying to do something. I don't know much about that thing. Do you have any idea like how to do this thing? Some people like unwelcome people also join in our dream, trying to do something, trying to say something. What is the best practice to deal with such thing?
Well, we do shamanic journey, so we go to other worlds as well. You know, this is we do during the session to do soul retrieval. I can talk about that, but as to traveling, I think you just need to be protected before bed and have a great intention of what you want. You know, if you want just to sleep, you're going to tell your guides and you're going to do the bands of power, you know, and you're going to be protected. But then if you want to go to a specific place, you're going to set the intention to go there, you see, and to have the right companionship with you. Don't go alone, hey?
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, thank you. I hope the person who asked this thing will be listening, will be watching this as replay and not live. I don't know, like whether he or she is here. So I don't want to disclose who was that person who asked this question, but I hope that person will get the answer from Fabiana's answer. So thank you, Fabiana. So now I'm going to so I'm checking the list of questions I'm going to ask.
Okay.
So next question, like, do you have any specific or a special offer for the people who are watching this live or will be watching this as a replay? Do you want to give them some special discount or some special service for who will be watching this as replay or live? So please, I don't want to force you, but whatever comes within your heart, just share.
Okay. So the special service, as you said, it can be, well, the energy exchange of the Quantec and the energy exchange of the shamanic healing, the different ones. I do a combination of them, and then on that we already have a discount. But for people who are watching this live and would like to contact me, just let me know, that you got to know me through Imran, and I'll give you 10% of discount.
Wow, 10% discount, guys. So do it quick and do it if you are watching this as replay. No pressure. Fabiana is like quite laid back person, and she will be always there for you guys. So just inform like, okay, you come through this live or are watching this as replay, and Fabiana will make sure that you got this 10% discount. So thank you, Fabiana, for doing this to my audience. Also your audience will be feel like, yeah, this is cool, 10%, and they'll be happy to message you. And I hope 10% is not a very big thing, but as a feel wise, it brings lots of, yes, discount is, we are human, so it feels great when you get some discount. And the ultimate goal is to solve our issue, heal ourselves, and be the light for the world and for the people around us. First comes with yourself, then the family, then the other people in the community. So thank you, Fabiana. Thanks for joining this thing. And I want to ask you one last thing. Do you have any one piece of advice to all, like in a single sentence?
Oh my goodness. Shine your light. Shine your light.
Okay.
And,
shine your light.
Yeah, that's the best healing that we can do, for ourselves and others. It's just be the light that you wanted to have in your life. So just shine your light for yourself.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Fabiana. Thanks for your time. Thanks for accepting the invitation. I'll be present on this live. And everyone who is watching this, Jenny, let me tell them, George, Amarim, Chris, Juvo, Frank, everyone, and Lisa, Doc, Kenny, and 𝗶𝗶𝘂𝗶𝗆, everyone, thanks for joining. Alvaro, Poseidon, BD, Thais, so many people watch this live already, so thank you everyone for joining this thing. And I'm going to bring this live also as a I'll download and share it also on my Facebook. I'll tag you and I'll share all the thing about this, how to reach out to you, what was the core key points from this live. So yeah, thank you everyone, thanks for joining. And yeah, and if you guys want to be a guest on this show, just like Fabiana does today, so yeah, feel free to message me and I'll send you the details how to be a guest on my show. Thank you, and thank you everyone, and have an awesome day. And
thank you everybody.
Hello?
Thank you everybody who have joined me today that I know, and the other ones as well. I'm very grateful. Thank you. Bless you.
Yeah, thank you.